Akiwita High District 3 held their special runoff election the 27th of October to elect a representative for the vacant District 3 Seat 3. The job was accomplished, and a big congratulations to Lambert Cleveland for being elected. I want to also give a huge shout out to Andy Cleveland for running such a spirited campaign. I think she definitely deserved better, and I think there's definitely a future for her going forward. Now, according to the information published by the Ho Chunk Nation, as of May of 2023, there were 1,549 eligible voters in District 3. Now, the district had a total of 188 votes counted for the special election. So, according to my math, we had a 12% voter turnout. It's not good. Not good, people. According to my jaded way of thinking now, we did not make quorum, so that seat should stay empty. According to our Constitution, though, to make quorum, we need 20% of eligible voters to attend General Council. If we don't meet that threshold, we don't make quorum. We don't have a legally constituted General Council. We can't conduct any of the nation's business. And we go home. We need 30% of eligible voters to pass a secretarial election. If we don't meet that threshold, we don't pass or defeat the proposal, and the election is moot. If these rules are good enough for our legislature, our general council, our secretarial elections, why not our elections for legislators, judges, and president? We used to have 5 people run the nation when we were the WWBC. Now the number of legislature has grown, but only to meet a self-imposed number that was drawn up by somebody who wrote that particular, Now, if not enough people care about a particular office, why should we fund it? Now, this is nothing against the candidates in the last election or any of our previous elections. This is strictly a combination of us, the electorate. 12%? Really? I brought up 2 examples of the rules surrounding 2 of our institutions and how quorum requirements were instituted. But let's delve a little deeper into what a quorum is and why it's required. What is a quorum? A quorum is the minimum number of voting members who must be present for business to be done. The reason for a quorum is obvious. If a minority commits the nation or the organization to take action without the rest of the organization or nation being informed or engaged, rampant unfairness could result. And that's what we're trying to prevent. Now, there are several drawbacks if the majority of our people do not participate in our elections. 1, our government is less representative of people. If only a small percentage of people vote, then the elected officials will only be representative of that small percentage of the population. This means that our government may not be responsive to the needs and concerns of the majority of the people. 2, special interests have more influence. When voter turnout is low, special interest groups have a greater influence on elections and policy making. This is because special interest groups are more likely to be organized and motivated to vote than the general public. 3, our democracy is weakened. Our form of government, this representative democracy, is based on the principle of popular sovereignty, which means that the people, us, you and I, are the ultimate source of political authority. When we, the people, don't vote, we are essentially giving our political power to others. And this weakens our government, our democracy. It makes it more vulnerable to authoritarianism. Easy for me to say, which I think a lot of us are well aware of in our government's present state. In short, Low voter turnout is a serious problem for our democracy. It seriously undermines the legitimacy of our government. It makes it more difficult for our government to truly represent the interests of all of our people and give special interests more influence over policymaking. I'd like to ask a question about why we have such low voter turnout for our elections. What's the cause of our apathy, our cynicism, and this feeling of being disenfranchised from our government? Is this form of government just too foreign to us? Do we not believe in it? It's not for us? If not a representative democracy, then what? A benevolent dictatorship? A committee? Revert back to clan leadership? What? It's important for us to figure this out because, as I keep saying, in the end, we are a political construct. And if we don't care about how we govern ourselves, and we don't show Jackson County, the state of Wisconsin, and the federal government that we are a nation, then this leaves us vulnerable. It's just another day for all those political entities, and they will roll over us and throw us on a trash heap of history. In the meantime, let's look at my idea. We don't meet a threshold, a quorum for these elections. Let's just let the office remain vacant and throw that money into the healthcare pot. If we don't care how or who we're governed by, let's use that legislative salary for something we can all agree is beneficial